Here opens the court of their Excellencies Disa and Alasdair, most glorious Baroness and Baron of the mighty barony of Glymm.
Greetings, Glymm. Thank you so much for joining us today.
We hope these words find you all in good health and good spirits. And now, here are the words of our herald.
Their Excellencies call forth Gisela van Windkeep.
Gisela, you are such a wonderful person. You're our chronicler, and you, when we have fight practices, you're a regular face there, and I always look forward to seeing you. Please hear the words of our herald.
Light shines through the heart of a crystal, bringing splendor and joy to those around it. So too does the service of Gisela van Windkeep enrich our barony. Well pleased are we, Disa and Alasdair, Baroness and Baron of Glymm, to invite them into the Order of the Crystal. By our hand and seal this 25th day of September, Anno Societatis 55, being 2020 Gregorian. 3 cheers for the newest member of the Order of the Crystal. Huzzah! 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 Their Excellencies call forth Rommel.
Rommel, you have been a regular on our fighting field at practice since practically the beginning when practice started back up. You have been with us on the field, both near and far, and most recently stepped up when we required a master of stables. For these reasons and many more, we have these words from our herald.
Light shines through the heart of a crystal, bringing splendor and joy to those around it. So too does the service of Rommel enrich our barony. Well pleased are we, Disa and Alasdair, Baroness and Baron of Glymm, to invite them into the Order of the Crystal. By our hand and seal, this 25th day of September, Anno Societatis 55, being 2020 Gregorian. 3 cheers for the newest member of the Order of the Crystal. Huzzah! 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 Their Excellencies now summon Volk the Grey. His Lordship Volk has business before this court.
Yes, Your Excellencies, I will go get him. He is just a little bit busy. I will get him right now. Hey, what? They want you. You're needed in court. What? Now? Yeah, you're late. Oh, okay, I'll be right there. Your Excellencies, apologies for being late, working on under construction live in Glymm. May I address your court? Thank you. My lords and ladies, pray attend. Live in Glymm is returning with interviews and going to visit the sites that we have used to see what they look like now and hopefully will look like when we return from all of this. And there will be shtick, yeah, go figure, and puppet shows, well, puppets. So, be on the lookout for Live in Glymm, coming to a Glymm channel soon. And yeah, that's what we got. So, remember, Glimmerians, Hilaris locus est. 'Tis a silly place. Thank you. How did you do? You did good. But I didn't have enough lines. Oh, sorry.
Their Excellencies call forth Seamus MacBrayhan.
Sir Brayhan, you have done so much in the barony, but the things that I like to think of are your fantastic cartography. Your maps are used now on the Ontier Kingdom page, the web page. You give them as gifts, beautiful gifts, and you've donated them to prize tourneys. You've taught classes and you make cheese. And how much, can I say about someone who makes cheese? So please hear the words from our herald.
As a stag bounds through the forest, love and skill bound forth from the hand of an artisan. Such an artisan stands before us today. Thus do we, Disa and Alasdair, Baroness and Baron of Glymm, invite Seamus MacBrayhan to join the Order of the Red Heart. By our hand and seal, this 25th day of September, Anno Societatis 55, being 2020 Gregorian. 3 cheers for the newest member of the Order of the Red Heart. Huzzah! 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 Their Excellencies call forth Gao Kai Shin.
Gao Kaizin, in the short time that I have known you, I've seen you first on the marshalate field as our cut and thrust marshal, and then later stepping in to fulfill the roles of our social media deputy. The impact you have had on this barony has been tremendous, and we couldn't be more pleased to have you. Please hear these words from our herald.
Light shines through the heart of a crystal, bringing splendor and joy to those around it. So too does the service of Gao Kai Shin enrich our barony. Well pleased are we, Disa and Alasdair, Baroness and Baron of Glymm, to invite them into the Order of the Crystal. By our hand and seal, this 25th day of September, Anno Societatis 55, being 2020 Gregorian. 3 cheers for the newest member of the Order of the Crystal. Huzzah! Huzzah! Huzzah!
So we wanted to take a moment and just acknowledge the people who, for the past month or so, have been doing some really great things in and outside the barony. So the Grand Ithra was just a couple of weeks ago, and we had Melissa taught a beekeeping class, Volk taught a puppetry class, and Baron Alasdair actually taught a 10 painting, a historical seating, and Bentwood box class. We have also had Dame Eleanor and Mistress Elizabeth be so generous and offer to record music to play at our courts. And we're so appreciative of that. And Kingdom, yeah.
Additionally, we have had Her Ladyship Serena Zane has completely redesigned our web page. Not only has she redesigned it, we've now moved over. If you've tried to find it, it's not there anymore. It's now at glimmer.ontier.org. So go and check that out. Alexi, Volk, and Master Griffin have been hard at work out maintaining and cleaning the range, both thrown weapon and archery, so that when we're ready to go back out there, it's ready for us. And Gao Kaizen has not only maintained but also expanded our electronic presence, creating both Instagram, Pinterest, and YouTube channels for the barony.
Thank you all so much for all of the work that you've been doing. If you guys see anybody that you think should be acknowledged in any of the things that that they're doing, please let us know so that we can acknowledge them.
Their Excellencies call forth Valentine Largent.
Valentine, you are everywhere in the barony and the canton when it comes to rapier. You are so helpful. You are always jumping in with newcomers and with anybody who attends the practices. You are the current champion for the canton, and you've taken over the Master of Stables position in the barony, and we are so grateful for that. Please hear the words of our herald.
Light shines through the heart of a crystal, bringing splendor and joy to those around it. So too does the service of Valentine Largent enrich our barony. Well pleased are we, Disa and Alasdair, Baroness and Baron of Glymm, to invite them into the Order of the Crystal. By our hand and seal, this 25th day of September, Anno Societatis 55, being 2020 Gregorian. 3 cheers for the newest member of the Order of the Crystal. Huzzah! Huzzah! Huzzah!
So the time has come for me to give up my title as the Sweet. Every year, the barony picks one person who is the sweetest person in the barony of the year. And the former Sweet gets to pick the next Sweet. I just happen to be the current Sweet. So I thought long and hard. There were a lot of different people who have been very sweet this year. But I have decided that the Sweet for this upcoming year is Gao Kaizen. You are so incredibly helpful. You go above and beyond in your offices, and you are an absolute asset to the barony. And so congratulations to Sweet Gao Kaizen.
Their Excellencies now summon Tamsin Largent. Milady Tamsin has business before this court.
Thank you, Your Excellencies. Greetings, good gentles. As you have all heard by now, we will not be able to meet for events until after the end of January. However, that doesn't mean we shouldn't celebrate Yule. Every year, a part of our Yule celebration has been giving to charity. This year, more people will need our help than ever. So, from now until the beginning of November, I am taking donations. What gift would your persona have given or wanted to receive for their winter holidays? Each of those gifts will go to someone who, during the month of November, gives a monetary donation to the barony to be given to the charity of their Excellency's choice. I will also be making sure that some of the recipes that would have been served this year at our feast are available to everyone to try at home themselves, perhaps while their Excellencies are running their virtual court. I can't wait to see everyone again, and I'm very much looking forward to next year when Yule is going to be bigger and better than ever. We're working on some amazing plans. I hope to see you there. In the meantime, keep an eye on the Glymm Facebook. We will have an event posted for Yule with the recipes and all of the other information regarding the donations. Thank you very much.
Their Excellencies call forth Sherry Glidden.
Sherry Glidden, word of your deeds for the canton has reached us. Taking on that, the most difficult job I can think of in the SCA, that of exchequer for the canton, as well as handling all of the print and media announcements, spreading word far and wide. We are pleased to have you as part of the canton. Please hear these words from our herald.
Light shines through the heart of a crystal, bringing splendor and joy to those around it. So too does the service of Sherry Glidden enrich our barony. Well pleased are we, Disa and Alasdair, Baroness and Baron of Glymm, to invite them into the Order of the Crystal. By our hand and seal this 25th day of September, Anno Societatis 55, being 2020 Gregorian. 3 cheers for the newest member of the Order of the Crystal. Huzzah! Huzzah! Huzzah!
Their Excellencies call forth Kiamet de Calamotier.
Kiamet, you've done so much in the barony. You have been making award tokens where you paint these little tiny paintings for each award, which is just incredible. Until recently, you've been our baronial web minister, and most recently, you are now our court herald, as I'm sure everybody can see today. And for those reasons and so much more, we have these words for you.
Light shines through the heart of a crystal, bringing splendor and joy to those around it. So too does the service of Kiamet enrich our barony. Well pleased are we, Disa and Alasdair, Baroness and Baron of Glymm, to invite them into the Order of the Crystal. By our hand and seal this 25th day of September, Anno Societatis 55, being 2020 Gregorian. 3 cheers for the newest member of the Order of the Crystal.
Their Excellencies call forth Isabella de Wallingford.
Isabella, rare is the event where you're not teaching a class or running a games tournament, and for now, over 10 years, you have been our games mistress. For such long and dedicated service, please hear these words from our herald.
From the first felt drop to an unending flood that touches and strengthens all around them, thus have the labors indeed poured forth from Isabella de Wallingford. Thus do we, Disa and Alasdair, Baroness and Baron of Glymm, invite them to join the Order of the Ewer. By our hand and seal this 25th day of September, Anno Societatis 55, being 2020 Gregorian. 3 cheers for the newest member of the Order of the Ewer. Huzzah! Huzzah! Huzzah!
Before we end, we wanted to take a moment just to kind of let people know what we are going to be doing in the next couple of months. So we will not be able to have a court for the next few months. And instead, the plan is to actually do some monthly addresses just to acknowledge the things that everyone's doing in the barony and kind of keep people in touch.
The weekly online Zoom socials will continue. You can find more information about that on the Baronial Facebook page. We will also be having our next court on December 5th, our Yule court, which also should coincide with our digital Yule celebration. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will talk to you again next month.
Here ends the court of their Excellencies of Glymm, the most noble Disa and Alasdair. For Disa and Alasdair, hip hip huzzah! Now let's raise a cheer for proud Glymm, the wonderful barony in which we stand. Hip hip huzzah! And thrice we say the name of the fairest kingdom in all the land, and tear, and tear, and tear.